Elon Musk's private spaceflight company, SpaceX, was founded with the goal of making life multi-planetary. He claims that relocating people to other planets, such as Mars, could save civilization in the event of a natural disaster on Earth, such as a massive asteroid strike. The billionaire is a huge fan of the Voyager spacecraft and has discovered an unexpected discovery made by the two spacecrafts. What discoveries have the twin Voyagers made this time? How long will they be able to survive in interstellar space? In this video, we'll take a look at the terrifying discovery made by the Voyager Space Telescope. The founder of SpaceX has frequently expressed his desire to establish settlements on Mars. He believes that settlements will need a large number of people to become self-sufficient. To accomplish this goal, a capable vehicle is required. The Starship is a rocket spacecraft combination that can transport more than 100 people to Mars at the same time. The system is designed to be fully and quickly reusable. The main hardware pieces are not abandoned in the water or allowed to burn up, as some other launch systems do, but instead return to the ground and can be flown again. Rapid reusability means that, like an airplane, Starship can be refueled and ready to launch again in a short period of time after returning from orbit. This reduces the company's overall costs. Elon Musk, on the other hand, was a skinny 6-year-old boy when NASA launched the two Voyager probes. There are many mysteries in space, mysteries that we haven't been able to fully unravel. This is what space astronauts and explorers encounter. Mysteries are what they discover in space because it holds some of the world's biggest secrets. When we send astronauts into space, they always return with exceptional information that scientists and researchers can use. However, by emphasizing man's discoveries, we overlook the importance of machines in all expeditions. We will concentrate on two critical pieces of machinery that have made significant contributions to space development and continue to do so today. These two machines were launched into space decades ago, but the results they have produced to this day are incredible. However, not everything is good news for us. Consider the story of Voyager 1 and 2, which managed to explore something quite terrifying in the space above us. In August 1977, a significant step was taken to advance space exploration. NASA was at the forefront of this movement because they believed that space exploration should be prioritized. It had been 8 years since Neil Armstrong took that step on the moon's surface, so NASA had the vision that they needed to build on. NASA believed they were doing the right thing by sending the Voyagers into space. Voyagers 1 and 2 were launched into space to give us a taste of what's out there. Our neighboring planets were just waiting to be discovered and studied, and the Voyagers provided an excellent means of doing so. Fast forward to today, and the Voyagers have done an incredible job thus far, and they are still going strong after 45 years. Both spacecraft are the same size and shape, but they will take different parts. Voyager 1 was focused on providing us with the images of Saturn's rings and its largest moon, Titan. Later, Voyager 2 was sent for an even more massive task. It was launched into space to study the planets in our solar system and what exactly surrounds the green planets. The most ironic aspect of the Voyager mission is that it was sent into space for a total of 5 years. This year marks the 45th anniversary of that, and it shows no sign of abating. This is something that scientists who worked on Voyager should be proud of. It is not easy to create a machine that outlives its useful life. This isn't your standard PlayStation, which you can keep dust-free and still function properly. Before we get into the terrifying part of what the Voyagers have encountered, let's just take a look at what the Voyagers have accomplished so far with their primary two missions, for which they were designed. The Voyagers were built for a journey across the solar system, where remote control reprogramming was used to provide additional control to the Voyagers because they were equipped with greater capabilities than normal. Whereas the mission involving 4 planets was known to be feasible, it was determined that building a spacecraft capable of traveling a long distance and carrying the necessary instruments would be prohibitively expensive. The Voyagers were funded to conduct extensive research on Jupiter and Saturn's planets. The number of trajectories studied was approximately 10,000 before it was decided that the two of them would fly by Jupiter, Saturn, and their respective moons. The first Voyager 1 trajectory was intended to send the spacecraft close to Titan behind Saturn's rings. This shifted the spacecraft's trajectory northward, away from the ecliptic plane, the plane in which the majority of the planets orbit the Sun. Voyager 2 was programmed to fly by Saturn at a point that would send it to Uranus. 1986 was the year Voyager 2 discovered Uranus and sent back detailed photos and data about the planet, including its moons, magnetic field, and dark rings. While it was doing this, Voyager 1 continued to move outward and conduct research in interplanetary space. The Voyager 1 spacecraft's instruments may be the first to detect the boundary between the Sun's magnetic force and the world between the stars known as interstellar space. Moving on to the interstellar mission, while we're on the subject of interstellar travel, the Voyager interstellar mission aims to expand NASA's exploration beyond the neighborhood of the outer planets and to outer limits of the Sun's influence sphere and beyond. This is because the potential that lies beyond is enormous, and we cannot adequately express its significance if efforts to discover it are made. This mission will continue to characterize the environment of the outer solar system and search for the heliopore's boundary, the outer limits of the Sun's magnetic field, and the outward flow of solar wind. Accurate measurements will be possible thanks to the penetration of the heliopore's boundary between the solar wind and the interstellar medium. The most important aspect of this interstellar mission is that it extends the Voyager mission, which was completed in 1989, when it flew close to Neptune. Neptune was the last outer planet visited by the Voyager spacecraft. Voyager 2 flew close to Neptune and Uranus, while Voyager 1 flew close to Jupiter and Saturn. Voyager 1 is evaporating from our solar system at a rate of 3.6 astronomical units per year, which is 35 degrees out of the ecliptic plane to the north, in the general direction of the solar apex. The solar apex is oriented in the direction of the Sun's motion relative to nearby stars. Voyager 2, on the other hand, is also escaping the solar system at a rate of about 3.3 astronomical units per year. Finally, we'll get to the important part of our discussion, which is the terrifying part we've been talking about for a while. It is Voyager 2's connection to aliens. Did it really happen? And how true is it? It is still far from certain that a UFO or aliens were involved in this case, because the most likely explanation is that something went wrong with Voyager's programming. However, the alien theory is undoubtedly one that can be debated for a long time. Why? Because it is more than just speculation. It involves curiosity and something that humans have sought for a long time. Consider the possibility that aliens exist. Wouldn't they do more than mess up the settings of a machine floating in their territory? Or is it an indication that we should avoid them? Whatever it is, it defies logic, and we'd rather not knock on a door with a brick wall on the other side. This is great for speculation, but take it with a grain of salt. For us, the most important thing is to hope that the Voyager mission continues with all of its might, because that is what will propel us forward in this field. The aliens may be too afraid to meet us later on, which is why they may be sending signals to keep us at bay. That's good for speculation for the time being. Nonetheless, Musk and the Voyagers have a lot in common as adults. Musk, for example, is currently launching commercial rockets from Cape Canaveral in Florida, the site of the iconic Voyager's launch. Even though Musk is 50 years old, the fact that the two spacecraft are still in orbit is nothing short of amazing. When the mission was launched, few expected it to last decades. The planners were content with a 4-year goal. However, we continue to learn new things about the vast universe thanks to these tenacious spacecrafts. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you with another interesting video.